So if you follow me on my other platforms, you know the one plant that I get asked about the most are peace lilies. So today we will be talking about peace lilies. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Pixie and this is Pixie's Home. So naturally, I get a lot of questions about peace lily care in terms of what do I do to make my peace lily happy? I just watered it. It looks sleepy. It's dying. It's sick. It's browning. It's yellowing. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. It's not you. It's them. Peace lilies are a tropical plant that prefer their temperatures between 65 and 85 degrees, and they also thrive off misting. I would say I mist my peace lily about 1 to 2 times a day, or whenever it pops in my brain and I get bored and I'm like, I'm going to mist my plant. There's no such thing as over misting. Now, you can definitely overwater, but misting, that's just squirting water in its area. It's creating that humidity, it's giving it that tropical feel. So, they really do benefit off of that. It's worked for me. Another time that I missed my peace lily a lot is when I noticed a lot of new growth. So, one thing that's helped me the most in terms of new growth and encouraging new growth is to keep that new growth soaked. Now, what I mean by that is don't water the plant, don't overwater the plant because you don't want your soil to be wet. I prefer my leaves to stay wet. If you're unsure as to whether you are overwatering or underwatering your peace lily, I'll give you a couple of tips. An overwatered peace lily will have yellow, wilting leaves, and the soil will smell a bit sour. An underwatered peace lily will just have droopy, wilted leaves that just look sleepy. They will literally just be like, oh, woe is me. That's how you know you have an underwatered peace lily versus an overwatered. So, over, think of yellow, caution. Under, think of sleepy, dramatic. I hope that helps. Another tip to keep in mind is if you notice that the top 2 inches of soil is dry, go ahead and give it something to drink. Now, when it comes to fertilizing a peace lily, any good quality, water soluble houseplant fertilizer is fine. Me personally, I just use Miracle Grow. Try to avoid putting your peace lily anywhere near a draft. So if you have it sitting in front of a fan, an AC unit, a heater where it's going to be really drafty, I would move it out of that area immediately. When you are incorporating plants into your home, you have to also make sure you're incorporating their natural habitat. So just try to keep that in mind so that it doesn't give you any problems. Peace lilies thrive on either bright indirect light or filtered light. They need at least 2 to 4 hours of light per day to go along with their very thirsty schedule. They're very demanding. I would recommend placing your peace lily in front of a window with a curtain or a filter, or a screen over the window, or just place it in a room that gets a lot of bright light. Now, if you're like me, every time I buy a new plant, the first thing I want to do is stick it in a new pot. I can't wait. I want to repot it. I want to don't do that, okay? Especially with peace lilies. Peace lilies prefer to be repotted every 1 to 2 years. So if you buy a peace lily from your local nursery, Lowe's, Home Depot, if it looks healthy, if it shows no signs of disease or no signs of weakness, I would just keep it in the same soil that you bought it in. This peace lily right here, I've had it for maybe, I don't know, it's been a while and it's still in the same pot that it was in when I bought it. So if you do get anxious and you want to put it in a new pot, just buy a cover pot. I would not take it out of the dirt that it's in because you could potentially shock the plant and then kill the plant, and that's not what we want. So if you are a new plant owner, I know sometimes seeing a yellow leaf can just become the most devastating thing that you've ever experienced, or you feel like you're doing something wrong. You are not doing anything wrong. Half of your plant being yellow, yeah, you're probably doing something wrong, but a yellow plant here, a yellow leaf here, yellow leaf there, it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. And as much as you don't want to do it, take it off. Take it off. I can't take it off. Take it off. Just take the leaf off. Yellow leaves are a sign of a healthy plant growing. And really, sometimes what that means also is if you have a nice strong leaf that you know is growing in, or it's like new growth, similar to, let me show you guys. Similar to this will be considered new growth, right? Well, sometimes your leaves are going to take their energy from other leaves. And so, although it may seem like, oh, my leaves are dying, they're not dying. They're just taking the energy that they need, like this one right here. See, this one's dying. But if you look closely, I don't know if you guys can see right here, there's a new growth. There's a new leaf coming in. So sometimes your leaves will take the energy it needs from a weaker leaf to develop a new leaf. And so in cases like where I see a new leaf coming from a dead leaf, I leave it. I don't prune it because maybe it needs that energy. But if this leaf wasn't attached to a new growth leaf, I would just peel it right off. So never be afraid to um give your plant the haircut that it needs, because it will thank you for that. It's going to grow. It's taking off one dead leaf isn't going to stunt your entire plant's growth, but leaving on too many dead leaves will definitely stunt your plant's growth, because at that point they're just all fighting for energy and they're just trying to stay alive. Even this one gives me problems sometimes too, but she's variegated. She's new, so I'm still kind of learning her, but yeah, clip it, girl. It's gonna be all right. Warning: peace lilies are extremely toxic to pets. So if you are thinking of purchasing a peace lily and you have cats or dogs or any other pets in your house that like to nibble on plants, I would definitely reconsider or place them in a place that your pet cannot get to them. These plants will harm your pets. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Anyway, if you haven't already, make sure you take a lunch break. And if you're going to take a lunch break, why not come to Rizzo's? I'm here at Rizzo's Pizzeria and Grill, a local spot in Las Vegas, and their food is amazing. I just ordered a pizza. Go get it. Go get it. This is my girl, Angie.
Hey, guys.
So make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe.
So sweet.
And if you're grabbing a pizza, make sure you come to Rizzo. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Show. Boom.
All right, guys, let's get back to the video. One of the neat things that I like about peace lilies is they are air purifying. Now, we are people who really enjoy clean air. I mean, we have recently got our air ducts clean, and we got our a new AC unit. We did a whole, just everything in this house. You walk in this house is going to be clean air. Okay. So alongside having a snake plant in our house, I do have 2 peace lilies, and I believe they keep our air super clean, super purified. We used to sneeze a lot and have a lot of congestion, but I believe since putting the peace lilies alongside the snake plant, alongside getting our air ducts clean, we have been able to breathe clean, fresh air. So I do appreciate that the most about these beautiful plants. If you have an indoor peace lily and you are wanting it to flower, I've been struggling a little bit with getting my peace lily to flower, mainly because in order to flower your peace lily, they do have to have a lot of consistent sun. The temperatures have to be perfect. But in reality, like, I live in a house. My house is drafty. If it's hot, I'm going to turn on the air. I'm going to turn on a fan. The way my windows sit in my house, I can't just move my plant all over my house to make sure it's getting the right amount of sun. So there are some downfalls to owning a peace lily, especially if you're looking for that flowering effect. They are inconsistent with flowering. So just keep that in mind when you do go out and you are wanting to get a peace lily. If you are planning on putting it indoors, if you do not live in a climate that is extremely humid and has a lot of moisture in the air, then there is a chance that you will see that it will not flower for you, but that's okay. It's still super gorgeous. So from my experience, because I had a peace lily that was little and I kept killing it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wish I had pictures, but I kept killing it. I don't know what I was doing wrong. And it turns out I was overwatering the plant. And it's because it's so dramatic. You think it needs more water, and half the time it doesn't. So I would say just kind of keep in mind, I just gave you water yesterday, or I just gave you water 10 minutes ago. Like, what's your problem? Another thing that I've noticed about peace lilies is even when they're droopy and they're wilting, and okay, it just needs some water, and then you put it in the sun, You will also notice that it still takes time for it to perk up. It's not going to perk up right away. It might not even perk up that day. It might not even perk up the next day. Depending on the stage and the dramatics that the plant is in, it might take a day or two for the plant to actually perk back up. So if you notice that your plant is wilting and you give it water and a day goes by and you're like, well, what the heck? Why is it like? Just give it some time. Depending on the time of day you watered it, maybe it didn't get adequate sun. So, ciao. Whew. It's a lot to consider with having these beautiful plants. They are such a pain in the butt, but I love mine nonetheless. It's like your kids, right? Right? So the 5 takeaways for taking care of a peace lily. Keep away from pets, keep away from drafts, plenty of sunlight, don't overwater, and it's not you, it's them. Dramatic. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me today while we talk Peace Lily Talk. If you like this video, make sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe because if you like plant content, you can definitely find it here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice.